Mobile phone is playing a very small role. I have seen a lot of students making mind map and keeping them in the home screen and revising that mind map whenever they get the free time. I have seen a lot of students using the home screen of the phone as an inspiration, as a source of inspiration or their weekly targets. And whenever they unlock the phone, they see that screen. That also, sort of reinforces the ideas. I have seen a lot of students using a white noise application to improve their concentration. You can listen to the podcast while you're walking, while you're having a walk. You can use the phone in the D&D mode. I use phone for doing meditation. Mobile phone is usually considered as a big distractor. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Quora, Amazon Prime, Netflix, WhatsApp messages, WhatsApp videos, and the list of distractions goes endless. But like any other technological tools, mobile phone is also like a double-edged sword. It has both pros as well as cons. While much has been said about the con side of the mobile phone, today I am here in front of you and I would talk about the positive side of using a mobile phone. I firmly believe that in 21st century, the use of mobile phone is not only important, but it is indispensable for a child to prepare, compete and succeed in 21st century. Good afternoon, boys and girls. This is Avinash Agarwal, your success guide in the journey of cracking exams, scoring more marks and achieving your goals. The topic of today's talk is very interesting. Today I'm going to talk about how can you use your mobile phone as a productivity booster. But before I talk about how can we use mobile phone as a tool to boost your productivity, there is a small precondition. And the precondition is that both your mind as well as your heart has to talk about one language, that is, come what may, I will succeed. Others have done it in the past, I can do it and I will do it. What I'm trying to say is that you have to get into that positive mindset and you don't have to give up at any stage. There can be ups and downs in your preparation, but what I'm asking you to do is that whenever you get down or whenever you see a low phase in your preparation, you will come back with double the energy and double the intensity. Because at the end of the day, positive mindset sets up the foundation for us to succeed or in any competitive examinations or for us to succeed in life also. Once we develop this approach, now we will talk about the theme of the today's session, that how can we use mobile phone as a productivity booster. So the first thing before you start using your mobile phone is that you have to either use it on the aeroplane mode or you have to switch off all the notifications. When I'm saying that you have to switch off all the notifications, I'm talking about both the ring as well as the vibrate notification. It is very important for us to understand कि जब notification on होती है तो हम नहीं decide करते कि मोबाइल फ़ोन हमें कब यूज़ करना है, कब पिकअप करना है या कब नहीं करना. मोबाइल फ़ोन कहता है कि that there is a new notification, you have to pick up the phone. So if we want to have control in our hand, then we have to switch off the notification. Now once you have switched off all the notification or your mobile phone is in the aeroplane mode, then you have to divide your entire study time in the slots of 1 hour each. So for example, if your morning slot is say from 5 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the morning, it will be divided into 3 slots of 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And after every 1 hour, you will set up your mobile in such a way that it works as an alarm after every 1 hour. So what I'm trying to say is that the moment it is 6 o'clock, the mobile will run as an alarm. Also, you will maintain a productivity register. The basic objective of the productivity register is to maintain your productivity of each and every day. So we'll have one page in the productivity register for each day. And the page, the format of the page is very simple. It would have 3 columns. In the first column, we would talk about the time slot, that is 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning. In the second column, we would talk about the courses or the topics which we have covered. For example, if in that slot I have studied some theory and solved 20 examples, I will write down that I have studied theory and I have solved 20 examples. In the third column, I would talk about the overall productivity of this session. So what I'm trying to say is that you are there in the first session, 5 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the morning. You have set up an alarm to ring after 6 o'clock, that is after the time your 1 hour session is over. You have maintained a productivity register. There are 3 columns. Column 1 is the time slot, column 2 is the topic covered and column 3 is the productivity, overall productivity of the session. The moment 6 o'clock पे जैसे ही अलार्म बजता है, आप खड़े होंगे और सबसे पहले अपने उस productivity register को भरेंगे. तो 5 से 6 बजे का टाइम था, आपने उस 5 से 6 बजे के टाइम में जो भी टॉपिक्स कवर किए हैं वो टॉपिक्स लिख देंगे. जैसा कि हमने कहा कि अगर आपने कहा कि मैंने थ्योरी पढ़ी है या मैंने 20-25 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए तो उसमें मेंशन कर देंगे. तीसरी चीज जो कि सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आपको अपने आप को रेट करना है कि आपकी उस सेशन में प्रोडक्टिविटी कैसी थी. यू विल योरसेल्फ रेट व्हाट वाज द ओवरऑल प्रोडक्टिविटी ऑफ योर प्रिपरेशन और योर स्टडीज इन दैट सेशन. इफ यू थिंक दैट योर प्रोडक्टिविटी वाज गुड, यू कैन गिव योरसेल्फ a score of 8 or 9 out of 10. If you think it was just okay, not good, not bad, you can give yourself a score of 5 or 6. And if you think that the productivity was not that good, you can give yourself a score of 3 or 4 or whatever you like. Now you will spend 2-3 minutes to fill up this and rate yourself in the overall productivity of the session. If the session was fruitful, as I said, you can give yourself a score of 8 or more. If it was an average, then you can give yourself a score of 5 or less. Similarly, you can fill it up for all the sessions of all the day separately. जितने भी आपके स्टडी सेशन होंगे, एक एक घंटे के मान लो आप 10 सेशंस करते हैं, तो आप उसको सेशंस को हर सेशन के सामने आप अपना ओवरऑल प्रोडक्टिविटी स्कोर भरते रहेंगे. Now the magic happens is that when you consciously analyze that your productivity of the session, your mind starts working and it sends signals, because at the end of the day all of us want to succeed. अगर आपकी प्रोडक्टिविटी 8 या 9 थी, आपने अपने आप को 8 या 9 रेट किया, तो आपका माइंड बॉडी को सिग्नल भेजता है और कॉन्शियसली आप रियलाइज करते हैं, यस आई एम ऑन द राइट ट्रैक, आई एम गिविंग माई बेस्ट and my studies are going fine. I have to keep that momentum, I have to keep that tempo. So you approach the second session in an excited and in a positive mindset. Contrary to that, कि अगर आपका स्टडी सेशन, आपका प्रोडक्टिविटी 3/4 अच्छा नहीं गया, then also your mind sends a signal कि आपकी प्रोडक्टिविटी लास्ट सेशन में अच्छी नहीं गई है, और आप अपने आप से रेजोल्यूशन या वादा कर चुके हैं दैट यू विल नॉट गिव अप, यू विल नॉट गेट डिमोटिवेटेड. सो नाउ यू कैन नॉट लूज द फर्दर टाइम. तो दूसरे सेशन में जब आप बैठते हैं तो आप ज़्यादा कॉन्शियस होते हैं, ज़्यादा अवेयर होते हैं कि किसी तरीके से मुझे अपनी प्रोडक्टिविटी को बूस्टअप करना है, और जो भी कुछ मैंने पहले सेशन में खोया है बिकॉज ऑफ लेस प्रोडक्टिविटी, उसको कवर अप करना है. तो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज दैट व्हेन यू कॉन्शियसली डिसाइड दैट दिस वाज माय प्रोडक्टिविटी, your body and mind automatically comes into action and gets into that corrective mode. Why this technique is unique and powerful is that because it sets you in the corrective mode at the end of the first session, contrary to the other techniques where if you realize at the end of the day कि यार आज का दिन मेरा अच्छा नहीं गया, in a normal planning, when you plan normally, आप दिन के एंड में सोचते हैं कि मैंने that this is what I thought I would do and this is what I have been able to achieve and my day has not been good. So by the time you realize that the day has not been good, you don't have much time left. आपका दिन तो निकल ही चुका है, रात को सो जाते हैं, अगले दिन जो है जब सुबह उठते हैं तो पिछले दिन का जो प्रेशर या टेंशन होती है वो खत्म हो जाती है. तो कहने का मतलब है कॉन्ट्रैरी टू दैट, यहाँ पे आपको पहले ही सेशन में, पहले ही 1 घंटे के बाद आपको सिग्नल्स मिल जाते हैं कि क्या आप सही डायरेक्शन में चल रहे हैं या नहीं चल रहे हैं, और किसी वजह से अगर आप सही डायरेक्शन में नहीं चल रहे हैं तो आपको क्या करेक्टिव मेजर लेना चाहिए वो आप सेशन 2 से ही इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं. दिस टेक्निक आई हैव लर्नड when I spent 2 days of my time in 2018 with a topper trying to understand the psychology of success, and I learned this technique from him, and I have implemented this technique in my work life also, and I can vouch for this, and I can give you the guarantee that if you follow it consciously, if you follow it intelligently, if you follow it with complete honesty and integrity, you can improve your productivity of your session, or you can improve the productivity of your studies by 30 to 40% in a period of 4-5 days. See, the beauty of this technique is that it is very simple. 2, it is very easy to implement. मैं बहुत ज़्यादा आपसे कोई कॉम्प्लेक्स चीज़ नहीं करने को कह रहा हूँ. जो प्रोडक्टिविटी रजिस्टर मैं आपको भरने के लिए कह रहा हूँ, एक सेशन का प्रोडक्टिविटी आपको रो भरने के अंदर आपको 2 से 3 मिनट नहीं लगेंगी और वो मैजिक की तरीके से आपके काम करेंगे. सो द ब्यूटी ऑफ दिस टेक्निक इज दैट 1, it is very simple, 2, it is very easy to implement, 3rd, it is in spite of being simple and easy to implement, it is very powerful, and last but not the least, the best thing is that you get to see the results immediately. You start seeing the results immediately after a period of 3 to 4 days time. So my challenge to you boys and girls is that please try to implement it at least for a week's time with complete honesty and integrity. And as I said in the initial, that at any stage we will not get into that negative mindset or negative spiral mode कि मेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता, नहीं होगा, मैं नहीं कर सकता. You won't get up into that give up mode, and you will do it with complete honesty and integrity. I challenge that if you try this technique for a period of 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you will immediately start seeing dramatic results in your overall performance. So try this with complete honesty and integrity, and you will start seeing the results. And this is just because of the mobile phone is playing a very small role, but the role which the mobile phone is playing is very important. Apart from this, there are many other ways in which you can use your mobile phone very intelligently. For example, camera. Camera is not only meant for selfies. You can take pictures of biology diagrams, you can take pictures of physics diagrams, and you can revise them while you are waiting, during your free time, while you are waiting for the teacher, or while you are waiting for the bus to arrive. I've seen many students taking 10-minute concept test while they are sitting in a bus, I have seen a lot of students making mind map and keeping them in the home screen and revising that mind map whenever they get the free time. I have seen a lot of students using their phone, the home screen of the phone, as an inspiration, as a source of inspiration or their weekly targets. And whenever they unlock the phone, they see that screen. That also, sort of reinforces the ideas. I have seen a lot of students using a white noise application to improve their concentration. You can listen to the podcast while you're walking, while you're having a walk. You can use the phone in the D&D mode. I use phone for doing meditation. And the last thing is that if you think that it disturbs or if you think that it acts as a distractor, you can put all the social media apps in one folders and keep it away from the home screen. Last but not the least, what I'm trying to say is that mobile phone has become a necessity. It is indispensable, and it is us or it is we who have to learn how to handle it intelligently. Or in other words, our relationship with technology, social media and internet should be more mindful and constructive rather than simply shutting it off. Shutting it off is not the solution. There are thousands and thousands of ways by which we can use mobile phone in a very intelligent and powerful manner. Last but not the least, I like to tell you about my book, which is called Topper: A Study Hack. The book is based upon the success story of more than 100 NEET and JEE toppers. The book contains a lot of inspirational stories, lot of tips and techniques, inspirational stories, case studies कि कैसे पढ़ते हैं, टॉपर अटक जाते हैं तो कैसे करते हैं, प्लानिंग कैसे करनी है, कंसंट्रेशन कैसे डेवलप करनी है, फोकस कैसे बनाना है, डिस्ट्रैक्शन को कैसे दूर रखना है, एग्जामिनेशन से एक हफ्ते पहले क्या करना है, एक महीने पहले क्या करना है, एक साल पहले कैसे करना है, और बहुत सारी टेक्निक मैंने पिछले 15 सालों के अंदर सीखी हैं, वो इस बुक के अंदर लिखी हुई हैं। मैं आपसे ये कहना चाहूँगा दैट इफ़ एट एनी स्टेज यू गेट स्टक इन योर प्रिपरेशन, और इफ एट एनी स्टेज देयर आर सम क्वेश्चंस टू विच यू डू नॉट गेट एन आंसर, you will find an answer to each and every question regarding your preparation in this book. Thank you, bye bye, and best of luck.